Here we go again. Here we go again. Oh, for crying out loud. So, yeah. For those of you who haven't heard, according to the Minnesota State Patrol and various NFL media pundits, including Kevin Seifert, Schefter, Rappaport, Vikings rookie receiver Jordan Addison was cited just after 3 a.m. today for speed and reckless driving in St. Paul. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, he was driving at 140 miles an hour in a 55 mile an hour zone. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 140 in a 55. For those of you keeping track at home, that's about 85 miles an hour over the speed limit. Oh, son of a gun. However, though, at least according to the records and stuff like that, it was not alcohol related and there was no car accident, just a traffic stop. Like, come on, man. Do we not remember Henry Ruggs here? Like, remember what happened there? Like, are we not paying attention to literally the whole fiasco going down at the University of Georgia because of this? Like, I mean, there's been like 3 or 4 incidents of people literally getting killed, like former college players, random people on the street. It's just like, look, I understand speeding happens. People speed all the time. Usually, no more than about 10 to 15 miles an hour over, which is still stupid. But 85 miles an hour over? Dude, I don't care. Like, where you are. I don't care if you're on the interstate, on a highway, on a back road, whatnot. I mean, 140 in a 55. And not to mention, I've been up in that area. I've been up in the cities and stuff like that. I mean, the roads are decently wide and stuff like that, but it's still just, there's still some decent twists and turns and like elevation changes as you get into the city and stuff like that. I mean, it's not just straight drag strip style of road. And the fact you were going 140, just, you see, this is the stuff that frustrates me as a fan and as a human, because it's like, again, the incidents that were happening down in Georgia, Henry Ruggs from like 2-3 years ago. Not to mention, if you're a Vikings GM, coach, front office, whatever, you're going, what are you doing here? Because that is one of your valuable assets as well. That's one of your employees. That's one of the guys that's you're counting on this year to be that dude. You're counting on him to take over for Thielen. You're counting on him to add something to your team. And again, thankfully, sounds like there was no narcotics, no alcohol, nothing that was hampering him other than a lead foot. But, buddy, I mean, just, especially this close to training camp, especially this close to the season, especially, in a city like St. Paul, in that area, which again is a pretty big area. I mean, there's a lot of roads, a lot of different highways, a lot of twists, a lot of turns and stuff like that up there. It's definitely not fun driving through there during rush hour. That's all I gotta say. But regardless, it's like, I just hope nothing else comes of this. Hopefully he learns his lesson and understands the severity here, because again, there's a lot at stake here for not just him, but for the team as well. So, again, we'll wait and see what happens from the NFL, from obviously the Minnesota State Police and all that stuff, just to see what happens. I mean, to see if the Vikings give him any disciplinary action or whatnot. But, come on, guys. I understand you have fast cars. I understand you have supercars. I understand being young with a lot of, money and stuff like that. A lot of times, this is like his first major contract and stuff like that. But be smart about this. Especially, again, with it being this close to the season. This close to training camp. And the fact, too, that if something goes wrong, or, you take a corner wrong, or you aren't paying attention and someone pops up out of nowhere, yeah. But anyway, that'll basically wrap up this video here, but it's just frustrating seeing stuff like this, so, yeah.